What crime have I committed, or do you suspect me of committing?
Okay, what are you being so hostile?
I'm not being hostile, I'm just asking you, because when police approach me,
Yeah.
police come to deal with crimes, do they not?
Not necessarily, no.
What do they come to deal with? Civil matters?
Well, we're here to prevent crime.
Are you here for me? Within seconds, the auditor knows exactly what's happening. He asks for names. Officer Thompson refuses his first name. That's not protocol, it's a deliberate power move. When police approach you, they identify themselves. It's force policy, not a favor. Refusing is the first red flag. Then comes, why are you being so hostile? Asking lawful questions isn't hostility. This matters because the officer is already building a false narrative for his body cam. Thanks to Audit Ed for letting us cover and break down this police audit. Make sure to subscribe to his channel and like his videos. His link is in the description below.
Alright, are you guys here for me?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, why? Can you maintain your distance there?
Can. Of course, yeah.
And also identify yourselves. Did you just switch your camera on?
Yeah.
Alright, please don't delete that. I'll be requesting a copy, alright? Also yours, please don't delete that. I'll be requesting a copy.
Of course.
Alright, can you identify yourselves, please,
Can I
officers?
ask you first, sorry, what was your first name, my friend?
I'm not at liberty to give you that. When you approach a member of the public, you identify yourself. That's your policy, so identify yourself.
Okay. So my name is Simon Tops, Police Constable 693, Simon Tops, Avon, Somerset Police.
And yours is?
My colleague.
5512, Josh Burnell.
Alright, and what crime have I committed, or do you suspect me of committing?
Okay, what are you being so hostile?
I'm not being hostile, I'm just asking you, because when police approach me,
Yeah.
police come to deal with crimes, do they not?
Not necessarily, no.
What do they come to deal with? Civil matters?
Well, we're here to prevent crime.
So what crime do you suspect me of about to commit?
Not suggesting you're committing a crime at all. So.
Alright then.
What was your first name, so I can talk to you on first name basis?
No, it's fine, I'm not going to give you that.
Okay. Are you filming at the moment?
I am indeed, for my own
Okay, what's the
protection.
purpose of you filming?
My own purpose.
Right. Okay. So what, can I ask why you're here at the
Can I ask you a
filming?
question? Am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained, no.
See you later then.
But you can't go through there.
I just asked the gentleman if I could go through, and he
Okay.
said yeah.
Chris?
Did you not just tell me the way to the bus station?
You did ask me where the buses are.
And did you not point me through there, left at the machine, and all the way down?
I did say that.
Yeah.
Okay, can
Okay.
I just...
No, you can't actually.
Okay, well, whilst you're walking, I'll just make it quite
Are you
clear
following
for
me?
I'm not following
You're
you.
harassing me.
I'm not harassing
I'm trying
you,
to
I'm
walk
talking
away.
to
Okay,
you.
I'm going to go this way instead then.
No, if you...
So if you no, I'm going to go to the bus stop.
Okay.
Okay. Leave me alone. All right.
Okay, that's fine. If you make your way to the bus stop, that'd be great.
I'm not going. You're not going to follow me.
What?
Which way are you going?
Sorry?
Which way are you going?
Look, if you don't want me to follow...
I'm just asking you which way you're going.
I'm not here to call...
I'm just asking you which way you're going.
It doesn't matter which way I go, I can go whichever way I like. I'm not being
All right, I'll wait for you to go then.
I'm not being dictated to by you.
Do you know your
where
oath?
I go. All right?
Do you know your oath?
Yeah, I do.
Can you say it to me?
No,
I'll start you
I'm
off.
not going to say it to you.
I'll start you off.
I'm not here to justify my actions.
No,
to
you're
you.
here to uphold the law.
I am
Have I
upholding
broken it?
Not at the moment, you haven't.
So leave me alone. This
Okay.
isn't consensual.
That's fine.
Policing by consent. Leave me alone.
Okay, off you go then.
No, I will
Have a
go.
nice day.
I will go when I'm ready.
Okay, that's
Okay. Cool.
Have a nice day.
I will. I'm actually having a lovely day.
Okay. If you could make your way to the bus station, though,
Why?
that would be great.
Why?
Okay, that's fine. I'm not here.
So why do you keep telling me what to do?
I'm not telling you what to
You
do.
are. You just said make your way to the bus station.
You
Like
said
what
you were
right?
making your way-
Can I just ask you? What right do you have to tell me what to do when I haven't broken the law?
Okay.
You can't go through there. Why not? No reason given. That's not policing, that's control without legal authority. The auditor walks away. The officer follows. That's now harassment under Pace Code C. Then the private property myth appears. The officer claims the university is private. Wrong. Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972 confirms any place with public access is a public space for these purposes. The council painted those lines. The officer doesn't know the law he's supposed to enforce.
You haven't got a right to tell me what to do when I haven't broken the law. So stop trying to bully me.
I'm not trying to.
Yes,
bully
you are. You're trying to
find
tell
out-
me what to do.
I'm trying to find out why you're walking around a university
Because
with
I'm
a camera.
I'll tell you why. Because I'm allowed to.
Okay.
Photography is not a
Some
crime.
of this university is private premises.
No, it's not.
It
But
is,
do you know?
okay, you're wrong.
Are you familiar with Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972?
No, I'm not.
No, you're
not
not. But you
particularly.
should be.
Okay.
Because it's the law.
Okay.
Which says at the material time of operating, the public are allowed access, whether upon payment or not.
To where?
Anywhere that is open. This is a public space. These lines were painted by the council.
Well, I think you're mistaken.
No,
This part of
I'm
this
not.
university is private property.
Can I just ask you
There
another
is
something?
public access
If I
to
was to
part
say
of
to
the
you,
university.
if I was to say to you, I'm not going anywhere, what could you do?
Sorry?
If I was to say to you, I'm not going to leave now, what could you do?
Well, I don't intend to do anything.
You
at the
couldn't.
moment.
You couldn't do anything because I haven't broken the law. When those guys rang you and reported a crime, what you should have said to them is, "It's not breaking
They
the
have
law."
reported a crime.
What did they do?
Reported a suspicious person filming at a university campus.
Is photography a crime? You're recording. You're
Well,
recording.
I don't know.
You guys. Let
How
me
do
just
I
say,
know
you,
that you're not filming for terrorist
do you know?
purposes?
You see that on your uniform?
Yep.
That thin blue line thing.
How
That is
do
an
I-
utter disgrace.
How do I know?
You disgrace the country with that.
How do I know that you're not filming for terrorist purposes?
Sir, we
for
go.
example?
Sir, we go on what we do know, what we don't, not what we don't.
Well, not necessarily.
No,
That's again
so-
where you're wrong. Isn't
Okay,
it?
so what reasonable suspicion do you have that I'm a terrorist,
Well,
sir?
you're filming a university campus.
So you're
with a
trying to get me
camera.
on section 43.
No, I'm not.
So why did you mention it then?
Well, because I'm just explaining that you seem to think that I can only act when a crime's been reported.
No, you're more than willing to come up to me and ask me.
Yeah.
If you can articulate reasonable suspicion that I may be a terrorist,
Well, you're walking around a university campus with a camera. And
This is a uni.
And you won't explain why.
but I don't have to.
Well, then it gives me suspicion of what your activity is.
So you think I'm a terrorist? You have reasonable suspicion that I am up to terrorist activities.
I don't know why you're...
I'm not engaged in any
why are you
hostile
filming?
reconnaissance because I can, as my rights allow me to. Is this not a free country?
Yeah, but...
So, and am I not allowed to own a camera?
You are allowed to
You're
own a camera.
filming. What's the difference between
You're
you and
allowed
I?
to own a camera and you're allowed to film.
What's
And
the
I'm not-
difference between you
and
and...
I'm not preventing you
why,
from doing that.
But why
I'm
are you
not
accusing me of
allowed to
being a
turn the camera
terrorist then?
off. I'm not accusing you of being
Well, why are you
a
saying I'm
terrorist.
suspicious?
I'm just saying there are some concerns about your
What concerns?
nature of why you're filming
What
an
concerns?
empty university.
What concerns?
Well, why are you filming an empty university?
Do I have to tell you?
Well, it would help, wouldn't it?
Do I have to?
You don't have to.
Then I'm not going to.
But then it gives me suspicion for why you're here with a camera.
Suspicion is not a crime.
No, but it gives me grounds to do certain things if I feel it necessary.
Are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you.
So what do you mean
explaining
then?
what the law is.
Well, you don't know the law because that's not
Well,
right.
I think I do.
Well, tell me what reasonable suspicion you have.
Well, why are you filming a university when it's
I'm not
closed
telling you.
with a camera?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, well then I'm suspicious.
That's fine. You can be suspicious.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
But then I can also act on that suspicion
No, you
if I
can't.
feel it appropriate.
You can. Yeah, you can, and I'll sue you.
Now the officer plays the terrorism card. How do I know you're not filming for terrorist purposes? That's Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000, which requires reasonable suspicion. Filming an empty building isn't suspicious. The law is clear. Photography is not hostile reconnaissance. The officer is manufacturing grounds after the fact. Suspicion is not a crime. The auditor says perfectly, but the officer doubles down anyway. This is ego, not evidence. And the body cam is capturing every illegal threat.
Okay, well, but that's my decision.
Yeah, I know. When you lose your job.
Well, I'm not doing that, am I?
No, because you're scared
But
to.
you're not helping our cause.
I don't
here,
have
are
to
you?
help you. I don't have to help you, do I?
You don't have to.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, okay. I think we understand where we are.
I know where I understand where I am. I know the
understand
law.
where
You
I am.
don't. You those gentlemen over there, the guys who called the police, whoever called the police, I suggest you go and speak to them about Section 5 of the Criminal Law Act 1967, making a false report, because that's wasting police time, which is actually a criminal offence.
Okay. It's been nice talking to you. If you're heading towards the bus stop, then
I'll go wherever I like.
Have a lovely day.
I'll go wherever
well,
I
you
like.
won't go wherever you like.
I will indeed.
Because parts of this.
I'll go anywhere that is
university-
publicly accessible. I will go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no one will stop me.
Yeah.
Not those guys up there. Not you guys
But what
either.
you need to understand at the moment.
I don't need to understand
just say
anything.
that
I know the
we're
law.
clear, Is so do I.
Yeah, no, you don't.
So do I. Okay.
You don't. You don't even
This
know
is
what
a-
Criminal
this-
Justice Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act
This is-
1972 is.
this-
Do you know it?
This is a
You need to know
private.
the ins and outs.
Of course you know. Of course, if you're gonna uphold the law, you have to know the ins and outs of the law. How can you tell me that you don't have to know the ins and outs
Okay.
of the law, but then you're here to uphold it? How does
Okay.
that make sense?
So,
You're even a Somerset Constabulary, innit?
Okay.
Absolute joke.
it's been a pleasure talking to you.
I haven't enjoyed myself. Actually, you've ruined my day. So go away now, please.
Parts of the university are private premises. There are public access routes.
I won't go anywhere that is
Okay.
private. I haven't been anywhere that's private, and I will not go anywhere that's private. As you could probably understand from the way I speak, I know exactly what I'm doing, sir. I know the laws that
Yeah.
surround what I'm doing. I don't appreciate you accusing me of being a terrorist.
Well,
What's your number
I've not
again?
accused you of being a terrorist. I've explained.
693. You threatened
No, I
me. You
haven't.
said, "Oh, now I've got reason."
I've not threatened
Mate,
you
listen,
at all.
the camera doesn't lie.
I've not threatened you.
The
at all.
camera
What,
doesn't
you
lie.
can play your camera back.
I will. I'll be playing.
I've
I'll be
not
playing
threatened
to your
you at all.
superior.
I'm just explaining that if you're filming an empty university that's actually closed at the moment to the university is actually closed. All right, to the students. It's
I'm not a
closed-
student.
It's closed to staff.
I'm not staff.
So why are you here?
I'm a member of the public, and I'm in a publicly accessible area.
Right.
That's why I'm
Okay.
here.
Well, that's fine. If you want to film
I know it's fine.
in open public spaces.
Yeah, and I'm allowed.
That's fine. But
Yeah.
you won't be filming inside buildings.
I don't want to film inside
okay?
a building.
And if you trespass in private property.
It's a civil matter. Are you telling me that you're going to do something
What?
for a civil matter?
I will do.
Okay. Oh, so okay, cool. That's fine. That's another
Security
complaint.
asks you to leave a private
They
premises and you
but I
refuse
haven't been on private property.
and you refuse
But I haven't
to,
been on private property.
then I'll have
Sir,
to consider
listen.
my powers under the breach of the peace.
Oh, so now you're threatening me for a crime that listen. What part of my behaviour is threatening or abusive?
Well, nothing at the moment.
Okay, so don't threaten me with something that
I'm not
hasn't
threatening
happened
you.
or that isn't going to
I
happen.
also
You
know
are.
the
That's
law,
no. Listen, you're
okay?
just threatening me with breach of the peace when a breach of the peace isn't going to happen
Well,
because
one
I'm
of
not
my
acting in.
fundamental roles is to prevent a breach of the peace.
Yeah, but there's going to be no breach of the peace because I'm not acting in a
That's
threatening
right.
or abusive
So
behaviour.
All I'm saying is don't go into private premises,
listen,
don't film in the
how many
buildings.
times do you want to say that?
Okay, otherwise...
How many times do you want to say that, considering the fact that I said...
And then I'll have to support them to prevent the breach of the peace, is all I'm saying.
Well, that's fine. You
And
could
that's
do,
me knowing my law.
That's fine. You could do that, but
Yeah,
I promise you
yeah.
that if the course of action that you've just stated happens, I'll sue you.
Well, that's fine. You're entitled to sue
And I'm
me.
going to make a complaint. 3 complaints in this 8 minutes 46 seconds, and 3 complaints about you. You're smart for keeping your mouth shut.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
You can complain.
See you later then, guys. Go.
Okay.
Be gone.
Thanks very much for speaking.
Go
to us.
away now.
Okay. Thank you. There's no need to be rude.
I'm not being rude.
Okay.
Plus, is rudeness a crime? Is it a free country? If I would like to be rude, I'm well within my rights to be rude.
Okay.
Okay? So go away, please, and leave me alone. You're harassing me.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks
All
very
right?
much.
Go away now. Jeez, man. And now you just made it worse for them because you told me I can't record in there, so now I'm going to have to walk round. You inform these guys that photography is not a crime as well, yeah? Educate these guys on the law. No. You're here. You're a public servant. You're here to uphold the law.
Yeah.
These guys have broken the law by filing a false report.
They haven't,
Okay.
no.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. They reported a crime when there wasn't a crime being committed. They made a false report. It is a breach of Section 5 of the Criminal Law Act 1967, and you are failing in your job right now,
Okay.
officer,
Well,
constable.
Thanks very much. It's been very nice talking to you. If you can maintain yourself on the public places,
I'll go wherever
okay?
I like. Thank you.
You know what my position is.
I'll
in
go
relation
wherever.
to
Yeah, you made threats. You made a threat of
I've not made a
arrest.
threat.
You did. You made an illegal threat of arrest.
I've not made
Yes,
an
you
illegal
have.
threat.
You
I've
don't know
never-
your oath. You're not acting in the law,
Okay.
and you're not doing your duty as a police constable
That's
right
fine.
now.
Please don't.
You're a
film in-
disgrace, and
please-
you.
Please don't film
Disgraceful.
in private property. Please
Disgraceful.
Don't trespass on private
Disgraceful, Avon and Somerset
Okay.
Constabulary. An
Thanks very
absolute joke. You
Thanks
should be
very much.
ashamed. You should.
Bye-bye.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Photography is not a crime. Bullies. Fucking bullies, guys. Well, I was just about to go out. I have to walk all the way around now because I know he's trying to get me to go through so he could arrest me for recording in the building. Fucking banjos, sister fuckers, all of them. Anyway, guys, stressed me out. They did. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Get back to the car. Peace out, you guys.
The auditor drops the hammer. Section 5 of the Criminal Law Act 1967. Wasting police time by making a false report is a criminal offense. The caller reported a suspicious person. Filming isn't suspicious. That report was false. Then an illegal threat of arrest for breach of the peace, which never existed and wasn't going to happen. 3 complaints, 0 lawful grounds. The officer walks away having learned nothing. If this happened to you, would you know your rights? And as always, if you learned something new in this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned. This is the Accountability Lens. We're holding power to account.